Minecraft launched over 15 years ago. Crazy, right? Like probably you and millions of other people, I've been playing and evidently building ever since. So you'd expect me to be pretty good at building by now. But I'm not. I look back on that stuff now, like what hindered my building the most, and what mistakes were I making over and over again to get to this point. What I concluded, why I never really improved, was because I never experimented. Building with the same blocks, the same theme, and even most of the time, in the same biomes. So in turn, I never improved. Until 1 year ago. Now, when I look back on everything, I see all that time, that effort, that energy as all a waste. I could have been improving my skills, but really, what am I to complain? I have everything a builder could ever want right now. I have a full building SMP of my own. I have one of the most extensive collections of reference images I know, and I've learned from some truly inspiring builders. Really, I have it the best anyone could ever ask for. So for the rest of this video, I really want to take a little bit of a leap where I never really used to go, and, you know it, experiment. So the first thing that I really wanted to do was take a look at all the blocks I've ever used in a build and just put them to one side. I really wanted to use a block I had never built with before. And today, that block is sandstone. I know, a pretty simple and common block, but like I said, I'm not a builder. So off I went to dig up an entire beach just for one block that I didn't even know if it would look good or not. Guys, we did it. We got sand. The only thing I was basing my build off was a singular reference image I found on Pinterest. I really liked the walls and the general structure. I felt like it really fit with the sandstone theme. So today we're going to be kind of inspired by this reference image. Now that I had chosen a place to build, I was faced with a new problem. I had to level the area before building there. So I went off and collected a bunch of dirt nearby and I got to work. Honestly, I actually had a lot of fun doing this. It was really satisfying, honestly. But when you're learning to become a builder, you also gotta learn to survive.
Oh, they actually do damage. Okay.
Wait, there's two of them. What the
Yeah,
heck?
that's got an enchanted sword.
That's crazy. He jumped ahead.
Wait, he just did parkour.
He jumped. Wow. Oh, there's another one. Wait, they're all coming out. They're all coming out. Oh my god! What is happening?
Dude.
That one's wearing an elytra. That one's wearing an elytra.
So I believe someone took my elytra.
No, the piglin did.
Piglin.
Oh, the pigman.
took
Look
it.
at it.
Oh.
Look at it. It's wearing it.
Oh.
But at this point, I was really enjoying just messing around with new blocks. I eventually got the design down for the walls and laid out where I thought the tower would go. Yes, we have a tower. I also really like the look of the mud bricks. And at this point, I realized that even making some of the simplest things in Minecraft is a challenge when you're not a builder. For example, this wall. We eventually finished the design for the wall and moved on to the next part of the build, which was the tower. Since I have zero building experience with this color palette, I ended up hating the tower for so long. It wasn't until we finally decorated everything and it was in with the build that I actually didn't mind it. I even built this really weird floor. But eventually, tore it up and made a mud brick and sandstone one. I don't know, it's all I could come up with. But that's the problem when you're not a builder. You don't have an immense building library just in your brain. It'd be over the next week that I'd end up building this long house at the edge of my walls. I ended up experimenting a lot with terracotta, but I didn't like it at all. It kind of worked with the tower, but here, no. I ended up going with a granite floor and roof for the house, and I thought it worked so well with the sandstone. The color palette looks so good together, and I think because I experimented like this, I'll forever have that knowledge in my brain. For the coming weeks, I kept working on this building project. Something kept drawing me back in. Wasn't that it was unfinished, I think it was just that I knew I could do better. And as you can see, I've eventually fully decorated the entire thing. Before this project, I knew that experimenting could unlock extra creativity for a build, but I never thought it would be like this. Whenever I look back on this house, the tower, I guess the entire thing, I'm proud of it. I came up with everything about it. I designed the building, collected all the materials, and even came up with my own color palettes. There's something about that whole process that's just so rewarding. Which is also why I never build in creative mode. It's almost like skipping the journey to get to the destination. So if you're also someone trying to become a builder, I say experiment. Choose the blocks you've never even touched before and try and come up with a build. I guarantee you'll be far more creative with it than you would have ever been with those oak and spruce planks. And as a bonus, I guess you'll never really know what you're going to get until you start building. And with that, I want to say I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Otherwise, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.